Chosen one, have you ever sat in the quiet of your own thoughts and wondered why, after all this time, God has kept you single? Have you questioned why every relationship either fades, crumbles, or simply never begins, no matter how much you've prayed or tried? This is not an accident, this is not rejection, this is divine timing, and it has everything to do with who you are and what you're called to be. You didn't click this video by chance. This message has reached you at the perfect moment. Right when you needed the confirmation your spirit has been searching for. You see, being set apart often feels like isolation, but it is in truth sacred protection. God has been preserving you for something rare, something powerful. And today, I'm going to reveal exactly why this season of singleness has been part of your divine assignment. By the end, you'll see your life, your waiting, and even your past relationships in a completely different light. Before we begin, type 777 in the comments if you know deep down that this message is for you. Subscribe, tap the bell icon, and share this with another chosen one so they too can receive what they were meant to hear. Recognizing your calling in singleness. Chosen one, the first truth you must embrace is this: your singleness is not a flaw to be fixed, but a calling to be honored. Many will not understand this because the world has been taught to see singleness as an in-between stage, something you should rush through on your way to a relationship. But for you, this season is not a waiting room. It is a training ground. From the very beginning, God has set his mark upon you. You have always been different, and deep down, you've known it. Even as a child, you felt the pull of something greater, something that called you away from the ordinary. And because of this, your path was never going to look like everyone else's. Where others could settle easily into relationships, God would not let you. He has been guarding your heart, your time, and your focus for a purpose beyond what you can fully see right now. You see, relationships are not just about companionship. They are spiritual covenants. They link destinies, merge callings, and intertwine spiritual assignments. For someone with your calling, God cannot afford for you to be tied to the wrong person. Even a well-meaning but spiritually unaligned partner can steer your destiny off course. This is why doors you thought were right seem to slam shut without warning. This is why people you thought would be permanent suddenly disappeared. It wasn't because you weren't good enough. It was because you are chosen, and God refuses to let anything dilute your mission. Think about it. How many times have you connected with someone and felt a spark, only for that spark to quickly fade? How many times have you thought, this must be the one, only to watch the relationship unravel before it could even take root? That is not random. That is divine interference. God will allow your heart to feel a connection, but if that person cannot walk with you into the next level of your calling, he will remove them, sometimes abruptly. In your singleness, God is shaping your discernment. This is the ability to see beyond charm, attraction, and surface-level compatibility, and to perceive the spiritual reality behind a person. Chosen ones must have sharp spiritual vision, because their partner will be more than a companion. They will be a co-laborer in the kingdom. God knows that if you commit to someone too soon, before this discernment is mature, you may attach yourself to someone who looks right, but is wrong for your spirit. This is also why you've felt seasons of deep separation, where you pull back from social circles, lose interest in dating, and even feel a holy dissatisfaction with the idea of settling down just to fit in. In those times, God was clearing the noise so you could hear his voice more clearly. The less you're distracted by the wrong relationships, the more you can grow into the fullness of your assignment. And let's be honest, chosen one, your assignment is weighty. God isn't just preparing you to be someone's spouse. He's preparing you to carry influence, to speak truth, to bring healing, to shift atmospheres wherever you go. You can't step into that kind of power without going through seasons of refinement, and refinement often happens in solitude. While others might fill their time with constant companionship, you are being trained in the quiet. During this time, God is also teaching you the value of your own presence. Many chosen ones fall into the trap of thinking their worth increases when they are partnered. But the truth is, your worth was established before you were even born. Singleness allows you to see yourself through God's eyes, whole, complete, lacking nothing. When you understand that, you stop attracting relationships out of loneliness and start attracting from abundance. I want you to notice something about your journey so far. Every relationship that ended, every door that closed, every person who walked away, it all pushed you closer to God. It stripped away distractions and brought you to a place where you could hear Him more clearly. That's not failure, that's alignment. God has been building a version of you that can stand strong, with or without human companionship. In this season, pay attention to how God is equipping you. You may find yourself drawn to new spiritual practices, studying the Word more deeply, discovering hidden talents, or feeling a stronger sense of purpose. This is your preparation. The work you do now will not be wasted. When the time comes, and God does send your kingdom partner, you will meet them as a whole person, someone rooted in purpose, not desperate for validation. Remember, chosen one, your calling is too significant to be rushed. If you've been feeling like you're behind in life because you're still single, understand this. You are not behind. You are on schedule, God's schedule, and His timing is flawless. The very thing you've been waiting for will arrive not a moment too soon or too late, but exactly when both you and your partner are ready to walk in unity without compromise. Until then, don't despise your singleness. Recognize it as the sacred season that it is. This is where God is molding your heart, sharpening your spirit, and preparing you to carry the weight of your destiny. You are not being overlooked. You are being set apart. And the same God who called you into this season will call you out of it when the work is done. This is why, chosen one, you must embrace your calling in singleness. It is not punishment. It is protection. It is not delay. It is divine strategy. And when you understand this, you will stop questioning God's plan and start walking in it with confidence and peace. Spiritual protection and energy preservation. Chosen one. One of the deepest reasons God has kept you single is because your spirit carries a weight that not everyone can handle. And not everyone should be allowed to touch. You are not just flesh and blood. You are a spiritual vessel carrying light, wisdom, and authority. The wrong connection can drain that light faster than you realize, and the enemy knows this. So God has placed a shield around you, one that often comes in the form of isolation. Relationships are more than emotional bonds. They are energy exchanges. Every conversation, every touch, every moment spent with another person is an exchange of spiritual substance. For a chosen one whose very presence can shift atmospheres, this exchange is sacred. It must be protected. Imagine trying to fill a cup while there's a crack in the bottom. No matter how much God pours into you, if you're connected to someone who leaks your energy, you will always feel empty. This is why some relationships in your life have ended so suddenly and without explanation. You may have thought it was your fault, or perhaps theirs, but often it was neither. God saw something you could not see. an unseen spiritual weight that person carried, an unclean agenda they themselves might not even have been aware of. He removed them because their presence in your life would have compromised your mission. Chosen ones attract people for many reasons. Some are drawn to your light because they recognize the God in you. Others are drawn because your energy feels like healing to them, even if they can't name it. And then there are those who are sent, yes, sent, by forces that oppose your purpose. Their role is to distract, to discourage, or to drain. They may come disguised as romance, as friendship, or even as help. Without spiritual protection, you might not see the danger until it's too late. This is why God keeps you hidden from certain people and why some potential connections never even make it to the first conversation. There is also a truth many overlook. Intimacy creates soul ties. These are not just emotional memories. They are spiritual bonds that link your spirit to another's. A soul tie with the wrong person can fog your vision, distort your hearing when God speaks, and keep you tethered to cycles you've already outgrown. God will not allow you, his chosen vessel, to be entangled in soul ties that weaken your ability to fulfill your assignment. Think back on your life. Can you remember times when you were around certain people and your spiritual fire felt dimmer? When your dreams became harder to remember, your prayers felt heavier, or your clarity seemed clouded? That is not coincidence. That is energy being siphoned. The enemy knows he cannot destroy you outright, so he aims to drain you until you no longer have the strength to walk in your calling. God knows this too, and he will not allow it.